All right. So the game object life cycle is pretty simple, very easy to forget. I totally forgot about this while implementing it, but um, in our game object file, we obviously inherit from all the abuls, and then we have our submit entry, submit exit for the user to use, and then we have our scene entry and exit for engine purposes. We connect to scene and disconnect to scene. So we have our CPP file here, and then we set the registration state here. We have our commands that are used in our main command pattern. And then when we connect to scene, we call this is a little shorter. We don't have, not as intense as the other bowls, but we don't have to go through the scene to go through the callback and whatnot. We just call the callback here. So when we connect to scene, we call scene entry, and that's the user's scene entry. This is very useful for um, factories and pools. You really need to get this down for factories and pools. Um, yeah, I can show you that I have many factories. I have one for the bubble, I have one for the Hydra, I have one for the food. Um, so for instance, in our bubble here, we have to, when we initialize, we submit entry. And when we submit entry, oops, that's not what I want to do. When we submit entry, we go there, but then we have the callback scene entry, and then we just make sure that we're submitted for registration for all the abuls that we need to be submitted for. When we exit, we deregister from them, and then we recycle ourselves if we need to be. So we make sure we make good use of that in our pools. And then so exit requests can be called multiple times and have no effect. We see here, instead of an assert, I do have an if statement so that it's not crashing or anything. So if we are currently registered, then we can submit exit. If we are not, we can't. This is just to make sure when we collide with two different objects at the same time, which is very possible, and they both destroy us, that we only go through the registration once. Yep, that's it for this one.